Welcome, wrestling fans, to River City's Community Access. This is Lincoln High School Red Raiders. The dual meet, Wisconsin Rapids taking on the Merrill Blue Jays. Lineups, 132-pounders, Berg Diebel, your Red Raider, against senior Scott Arneson of the Blue Jays. 138 pounds, freshman for the Red Raiders, Cody Sawyer. He'll take on a senior for the Blue Jays, Hunter Welch. The match at 145 pounds. Dylan Hall, your Red Raider, the junior. He will take on a fellow junior from the Blue Jays, Tanner Benitz. The matchup at 152 pounds. The senior for the Red Raiders, Peyton Einerson. The Blue Jays will send out a senior as well, and Brandon McCarthy. Match about 160 pounds. The junior for the Red Raiders, Brock Benitz. And the Merrill Blue Jays have a senior, Lucas Lee. At 170 pounds, the Red Raiders have a junior, Jake Tim. Blue Jays have a senior, Mason Reinhardt. 182-pound matchup. The Red Raiders have a junior, Nathan Fuller. He will take on a senior from Merrill, Riley Kurtz. The matchup at 195 pounds, a senior for the Red Raiders, Cody Abel. He will take on a fellow senior, Seth Collins from Merrill. Nope, they're going to put in a wrestler, Noah Poland.
At 220 pounds for the Raiders, Bo
Thompson. At 220 pounds, Colin Zellner, a junior from the Merrill Blue Jays.
At heavyweight for Merrill, Christian.
At 285 pounds, a junior, Christian Kleinschmidt, scheduled to get a forfeit. 106 pounders. Bryson Einerson, a freshman, will receive a forfeit from the Merrill Blue Jays. They have no wrestler there.
At
113 pounders. Pair of juniors, Matrix Gisco, your Red Raider.
And for Merrill,
and he will take on Eden Ball. 120-pound matchup, a junior for the Red Raiders, Patrick Spray. He will take on a sophomore from Merrill, Devin Schultz. And the final match of the evening, at 126 pounds, the sophomore for the Raiders, Max Benitz. And from the Blue Jays, a senior, Brett Swan. Giving you mat side seats on River City's Community Access, Melina is here, doing a great job as always. We thank her for that. Joining me in the broadcast area, my name is Scott Tesch, and sitting next to me is Hall of Fame coaching member, Mr. Lewie Benitz. Coach, one of these old, powerful Valley Conference dual meets here tonight, Merrill and Rapids.
A lot of history here. It goes back even before I started coaching. I said, did you hear this opening morning? They still got a pepper down here. It's pretty loud. But, it really brings back a lot of memories. Look up on the wall, Merrill State runners a couple times, River City champions a couple times. And a lot of friendships over the years, that I have come to realize, and it's going to be interesting meet. Merrill last year was in the state finals as a team tournament, and much like Wausau West, they've fallen off quite a bit.
They graduated 9 seniors from that team.
And they've got about 13 seniors again. Interesting. The underdog in this match here, this is Arnie, the coach, Arneson's son, and he's pretty good. And we've got a freshman, Berg Diebel.
Berg Diebel, a freshman. As you mentioned, Scott Arneson ranked number 5 at 138 pounds in the latest Wisconsin Wrestling Online ranking. That came out on the 27th, today being Thursday the 29th. Arneson in the state tournament last year, and he gets another takedown. Leads 4-1 and now 4-2 as they cut Berg Diebel loose.
And we got to be a little smart here. We're definitely underdog, and we don't want to chase him here, Berg. He's going to get his takedowns one way or the other. And they're doing what we do a lot of times. If you have a match that you're a lot supposedly better than, then you're going to try and get those bonus points early in the match.
State and Wisconsin Wrestling Online to take down Arneson. And they cut Debo loose. It's now 6-3. 42 seconds left.
They will try and run the score up and then look for pinpoints later on as the match goes on. Berg Debo has really improved a lot. I've been impressed with them. These young kids we got in there, they're not any, bona fide stars or anything, but he's improved a great deal as the years went on. And he's got a record it's a winning record.
I don't have the records either tonight, Coach, but a little short drag off that front headlock and takedown by Arneson. He's up 8-3 now, and that's 5 seconds till the end of the first period.
It's pretty hard to run up. I mean, we've had some guys that have done
Ryland Lubeck
without getting back on. Now, the good thing here is that Berg can ride him for a little bit. Stay off the mat.
Burn off some clock.
Yeah.
Run him a little bit shorter on time to try and advance the score.
He's got a ride we call the claw reaching across, but Arnie kind of picked that off.
Stood right up through it, got the 1 point escape. 9-3 now.
Get in a stance. And that's been hard for young kids that are tall and lanky and lack power just a little bit to stay in a good athletic position. Although he countered that.
Barrel roll right to his back. Did Arneson on Debo. He got 2 takedown and he's going to get near fall and hopefully not a pin. Debo able to go stomach down.
He rolled through that pretty good. That took a little bit of grit there. So our score now is 14-3. So any points that Arneson scores is going to go towards that tech fall now. So he'll probably try and pin him. That'd be my guess here.
3/4 Nelson he's reaching for.
Just get flat. Just get flat, buddy.
See, Arneson's trapped that leg. We are right next to the mat here. If these guys come flying off, we may have to catch them and throw them back in, Coach.
I'm going to push him towards you.
I'll give him to Melina. She can throw them back in.
Got a nice crowd here tonight. Our crowds are starting to pick up a little bit. Merrill, of course, always has good following, and they, oh boy, we're in trouble.
They broke that 3/4 Nelson grip.
Yeah. And this is the last Valley duel.
Warning, stalling Rapids.
Well, why would he call that? And he's getting beat up, and he's trying to survive for his life. Anyway, they had senior night here tonight, and they introduced them. It was a nice program. They had 13 seniors, and he said they graduated a bunch last year.
14-3
And we survived that second period.
at the end of 2. Debo's choice. He's going to go on top. Yeah, Debo's been a guy that you watch him in some of these tournaments that we see him in and the dual meets. He's got some wrestling sense in there in some of those scrambles. He doesn't panic too much. He wrestles through some situations. So this is a guy that you got to keep your eye on for the future, I think.
Well, yeah, he is one of our future guys. He's a really smart kid, and he'll do a lot of off-season wrestling. That's what these kids have to do. People say, well, we're only losing 3 guys, but we're losing 2 hammers up on top. And if you want to score twice in dual meet, the big guys are easy pins. Otherwise, so guys like Berg here has to be one of those that really come around a lot in the off-season. And he will. He'll do a lot of off-season.
Out of bounds with 1:17 left, 16-3.
He's battling him pretty hard.
Yeah, he's not laying down.
No, it's
That's good.
You go out there and you know the situation, and you're just trying to do the best you can to try and save some bonus points. And you've heard me say this for years. When you're really overmatched and you're getting pounded up, just not getting pinned is almost a victory. It saves the point. And
This should do the...
I don't think you can pin him
No, he won't pin him. It's too far up on his chest, but he'll get the near fall, and that'll end the match.
If he goes back down, get out of that bar, get out of that bar. Call that off, give him his points, and the match is over, right?
Arm getting up over the shoulder into a chicken wing there a little bit.
The tilt. If he just stays on the straight bar, he might kill him, but I'll tell you, Bert was fighting for his life for now. 15 seconds.
Referee gave the near fall as the armbar came out. That was a tech fall in 5:50.
You know, I know Bert is
Technical fall at 130 pounds. They score 83 for Merrill.
Merrill would have 6 points.
Yep.
As it is, they got 5 points. And so the rationale there is that he just earned a point.
That's right. And again, never gave up, never quit, never stopped wrestling. Yes, he was overmatched, like we had mentioned, but this is Cody Sawyer, freshman for the Red Raiders. Here's Hunter Welch, another senior, and we would be underdogs in this match.
Well, this isn't one of their stronger kids, and I'm thinking this could be an even up match. We'll see as it goes on. I guess that's why they're going to wrestle it. But Cody is, one of our freshmen. We start 3 freshmen, and he's a pretty strong, lanky kid. We're hoping he gets a lot bigger for next year because we're losing a couple of hammers up on top.
Yeah, and you got them packed kind of tight together when you lose Abel at 95 and Thompson at 220 or 285, whichever. That's 2 big power guys at the end of the lineup.
That was just an inexperienced just a plain old underarm spin flying mare. I don't know, it wasn't even a very good move, but we tried to pull back on it rather than kind of going with it. So even though for all my great athletes, experience in this sport is very important. The matchups on this, even though I think we're a better team, the matchups don't favor us. Their best guy is yet to come. It's a Mason Reinhardt. And Barney would probably be their second best guy. But when you get a senior matched up on a freshman, you should, like you said, you should be favored.
You can talk back, we'll talk a little bit about some of the matches that have happened in the past. You go back to the old Lincoln High School field house, which is now east, and that old cement building there with the hard floor. I can remember times when the bleachers were pulled out on both sides, and then they brought some more in on the ends, and the balconies were full from end to end, and it just hurts your ears. It was so deafening loud, and those are great dual meets back then.
Well, in many of those times we were ranked 1 and 2 in the state, and those were great. I guess that kept me in coaching all those years, the excitement of all that. I recall one time up at the old gym, and I don't know if you were there, but even after they built the new field house, they would still wrestle the dual meets in that little gym, and it was definitely in there. And we come out there one time to wrestle, and the pep band was right behind us, and we couldn't hear. We started wrestling and couldn't communicate at all. And I had a few words with the band director, and he said, Norris said that we should sit right behind you. It ain't gonna happen. But you pull out all the plugs there. There were times I know when they do closed circuit TV because there wasn't enough room.
Right. And the overflow would go into a cafeteria area and watch that.
Yep. Come on, Cody.
And the 1 period, 2-0. Hunter Welch with a lead over Cody Sawyer, your Red Raider.
Well, we got a hope here is that we get into some kind of a scramble. This guy really was our 32-pounder, moved up, and I think Cody's pretty good at scrambles, and that's what I think we got a hope for. In the Valley this year is kind of interesting because the Raiders have, I don't know if we've had any close games, have we?
No, they haven't been. They've been the team in the Valley. Switch and a re-switch. Good wrestling there by Sawyer. Now he's got a leg elevated. And he's
Catch on his back on his strap.
you see Welch tried that front roll with his leg up in the air. Couldn't quite complete that. Sawyer stopped that move. Now he's got to get him back in control here on the mat. And Welch is going to get one. 3-0. Minute and a half left, second period.
But the Valley's kind of interesting. For years and years, the Valley has had a team in the state finals. And we obviously were the team all but one of those years, I guess. But Merrill has been kind of the last couple of years, they've been really strong. Mm-hmm. They were right there. This year, the powers in the Valley, Wausau West and Merrill, really have kind of dropped off. And we're kind of coming back. We're pretty solid, you know. We don't talk about it a lot, but we're like 17-0 or something.
In dual meets, right?
Sports, if you're 17-0, you're pretty good. So we're kind of favored now in the Valley. We got to get through this mess tonight.
And a week from now, the Valley tournament in Marshfield.
Yeah, and there is an outside chance that you could win all your duels, and if you finish third in the conference tournament, you could end up tying with that team. So there's a little bit of power on, weight on both. Cody's done a pretty nice job. He's holding on to that wrist, but now we got to get a little offense. We can't just put it on defense.
Now, there's been a lot of times in the recent past where here comes that barrel roll again.
Well, young kids get caught in there. That's so frustrating because you can see it coming.
Now they get that elbow buried in there really deep, and
I guess
their
we
opponent locked right down on it.
We're going to teach it a little bit.
5-0 after 2 periods. Hunter Welch with a lead. I started to say, Coach, for a long time there, you'd have 3 and sometimes 4 teams from the Valley Conference itself ranked in the top 7 or so in the state.
Yeah.
That's how powerful and the history that this conference has.
Yeah.
And even if some teams are supposedly down, they're still better than a lot of other ranked teams in the state. They're just not getting credit at that particular point.
Yeah, that power is spread around. It's like, I don't know, it seems like in football, too. The Valley used to be such a power. Well, now when we merged with
Fox Valley area.
we're just, we're not a power.
Except for a couple years.
Yeah. So we got to try and stay in this match here. We can't fall behind here too much. And I'm sure having senior night without any seniors, those seniors are going to have a little extra juice in them tonight.
Oh, you bet.
This has been a nice place to compete here. Nice crowd, nice environment.
Yeah, they got the gym basically cut in half here with a big divider, so everybody's close. All the fans are sitting directly behind us. And on one half of the field house, bleachers are pulled all the way out to the rafters back there.
It's not like over at Freedom when we were on and they set their whole elementary school right behind us. And I watched that on TV a couple times. My goodness.
It was, yes, it was.
So we're 40 seconds left, and we're down to 5-0. And whether we win it or not, it should be nice not to give up any back points here. Kind of almost in the same situation where Bird is.
Morning, Stalling Rapids.
Well, he's an old actor's wrestler. I think he really likes us a lot. I'm trying to say that. When somebody gets over the match, and he's trying as hard as he can, there's no need to call foul. We saw it the other day up at St. Louis Falls. Oh, we saw it over at Freedom. The match that Brock Benitz was in. The guy laid there and curled up on the bottom. So the match was in 5-0.
Hunter Welch and Merrill getting the win. 3 team points. Merrill's out to an early 8-0 lead in the dual meet.
Merrill, Hunter, Welch.
And that Next up, 145-pounders, Dylan Hall, Jr. for the Red Raiders against Tanner Pettit. And I think things will probably start to pick up here for the Red Raiders.
145 pounds for Wisconsin Rapids, Dylan Hall. And for Merrill, Tanner
I like
Pettit.
Dylan Hall. He'll make a few mistakes, but I'm going to tell you, he'll light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you don't have to wind up to send him out.
No, he goes. This kid looks pretty big, doesn't he?
He looks bigger and longer, at least, than Hall. Oh, it drops down into a single. Oh, lost the grip on that. And Hall, he'll stand right there in your face and scrap with you. Referee wants a little airtime here. Managing to stay between us and the camera, and another reshot in. Hall right at the knees, drives him across the balance point, takes him down, covers him up. And you can see Pettit heading for out of bounds.
I'm not sure what they'll do with 57 seconds. It looks like they're going to come. And Arnie's a really good coach, and he's seen these kids. He was a good wrestler, so you know he spent some time with this kid trying to stay away from the upper body stuff. And what's good about that Dylan shooting and getting the leg attack is that you can't just come out looking for
Yeah, we got a time as contact coming out from Tanner Pettit.
But obviously what they're doing, there gets to be a flurry on your feet. And Dylan will put his shoes up in the air.
Sweep shot and missed by Hall. Kind of shot from a little bit too far out. Shot in by Pettit. Got a leg elevated on Hall. Hall's forcing down at the head. 15 seconds left. He breaks the grip. Neutral, no points. Drag in by Hall, got hung up coming in, and then Pettit redrug him and almost got a takedown.
That's not too bad. He was in there pretty deep when Dylan countered that pretty good, and then Pettit came right back in there. So, shot, reshot.
2-1. Hall with a lead after one period. Hall's choice, he defers.
One thing about Dylan is he's got to be careful. He's getting a little frustrated right now. He's going to release him.
Gonna give him a tie match now, 2-2 with a free point. Hall with a Russian. Hall with a sweep shot. Unable to lock up on that leg. Pettit had wrist control.
Well, if the ref wanted to call stalling, now you can do it because one guy's
Blocking all the way. And Pettit on the outside looking in, and the referee's having a conversation with Pettit. He never talked to the other two Rapids guys that he warned for stalling. Shot in by Hall to a double. Head in the middle. Head outside, almost. Hall driving in, Pettit sliding off the mat. Second period. Score is tied.
far out shot. He's got to circle a little bit. He's got to get an angle here. That's what I'm trying to do. That's pretty tall. He looks like he's a good 3-4 inches tall.
Yeah, he sure does. Got longer arms too, longer legs.
He's just staying in position. He's Dylan's trying to do it there.
Pulls into a double. Hall stands him up.
These Merrill kids came to wrestle. Look
picking the ankles. 10 seconds left.
That's a stalemate.
And that's what the call is.
Seconds left. And you don't want to take you don't want to wing it either. You don't want to throw caution in the wind.
Yeah, Hall will have the choice in the third. And he will go down.
This kid probably is a pretty good rider.
You would think, being long like he is. All set.
Come on, Dylan.
Pettit covers him. Hall to his feet, working on hands. Hall gets the escape, leads 3-2. 1:45 left.
If you just joined us, Merrill has won the first two matches, one on a kickball. They're leading 8-0. 138 pounds and 145 pound match here. And Dylan is in the battle. He's leading 3-2 in the first third.
Pettit's been able to keep good hand control on Hall. That stopped a lot of offense. Shot into Hall, into a double. Body lock. Crushed the ribs. Pettit tried to hit a switch. Hall steps over top. He's got the two. Big takedown there.
Dylan earned that.
Yeah, he did. It was a good setup and a good shot. Hall trying to get to a half. 25 seconds left.
That was gritty. He had to work for it.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if they thought this was going to be that tough a match. I guess I did. Only 5 seconds left.
Hall's going to win 5-2.
And that's points on the board.
Yep,
You know,
3.
for some people, they think Dylan's going to float.
Winning by decision, 5-2 at 145 pounds. For Wisconsin Rapids, Dylan Hall.
Dylan.
Right.
It was a conservative, controlled match, but I thought he wrestled really well.
And he got
us on the board.
Right, and you can see during that match, yes, you mentioned he was getting frustrated, but it didn't consume him. It didn't let him get out of control. He stayed pretty focused through that match. 152 pounders, Peyton Einerson and Brendan McCarthy.
For Merrill, Brendan McCarthy.
Peyton's wrestling somebody taller than him.
Yeah,
And we've come to appreciate Peyton's funky wrestling because it may not be real exciting, but I'm going to tell you, he's come up with some big wins for us lately. And we could use them right now.
yeah, it'd be good for the Red Raiders to get on a roll. At 170, Merrill is going to be the huge favorite with Mason Reinhardt.
And we always talk about it. He's best when somebody shoots at him. Well, I don't know if this guy is capable of shooting at Peyton had a pretty good shot at a single. But if they get into a flurry, I feel pretty comfortable with Peyton.
Yeah, for the lack of quickness he shows on his feet, he's got one quick move to settle into the legs right on a shot coming in. Shot in by Einerson. To a single. High in the crotch there. Now body lock, crushing the ribs. Launcher pad could be loaded here, and he backs out of it.
Yeah, he wasn't in very good shape. It was a body lock, but he didn't have inside hip position at all. 25 seconds. These Merrill kids are playing big defense.
Yeah. They've been been schooled pretty well on what not to do to certain wrestlers.
It's all hand control, hand fighting here.
Anderson with a counter tie to the right hand, 8 seconds left. Slide by half attempt at that. Shot in, missed. 0-0 at the end of one. McCarthy's choice.
We'd be a little bit ahead there, but
McCarthy deferred. Anderson took the down position.
that kind of surprised me. His best position's on top, but being 0-0, I guess you got to score some points.
And Anderson just basing off, staying in the ball, looking to get his hips out, trying to hit a switch. This may take a little bit, but he's probably going to get this. Got an ankle on the far side picked. Now hips into McCarthy and throws the legs right in. There's his two. Takes the other one in. Here comes the half.
A little punishment.
Yeah, he's stretching him out, stacking him up here. 124, long time. Anderson's got plenty of time. See if he can settle him in, lift him with the legs, stacking him up. Pulls the legs right out, still got a deep half.
The referee's holding 3.
3, near fall, Anderson. 5-0 the lead. Anderson again steps in with the legs on the left side. Now trying to dig that other spur in there. Anderson got his wrist free now, working on a power half. And this will twist your shoulders and your neck for you.
Sore neck in the morning.
Pulling on an arm with that half. Referee getting down on the mat now where he can see this half. Not quite now. He's got him stacked here. Near fall coming. Could he pin him here? 20 seconds left. There is the pin in 3:47.
And that's bonus points.
6 Red Raider team points. It's now 9-8. The Red Raiders jump out to a 1-point lead.
47 seconds.
Going down the road. We need bonus points.
Right.
We kind of come to expect them out of this guy.
And they're going to forfeit at 160 pounds to Brock Benitz.
I was kind of looking forward to seeing this guy.
Winning by forfeit at 160 pounds. Brock Benitz.
So they're going to put Lucas Lee probably up to Jake Tim. They're going to move Mason Reinhardt up to Nathan Fuller.
Yeah, they're making the moves. Scott's got a counter this year.
And this is Jake Tim coming out at 170.
So this is the match that probably is even up again now.
If this is Lee, yep, I think it probably will be. This is Lucas Lee.
Wrestling at 170 pounds. For the Wisconsin Rapids Raiders, Jake Tim. And for the Merrill Blue Jays, Lucas Lee.
Well, the Red Raiders picked up 16 points for the forfeit. It's now 15-8. And Jake Tim and Lucas Lee going at it at 170.
So these two coaches play the game here pretty well. Scott's the best at it, I know that. But Arnie, this is a move I don't know if they planned on or not. Probably. I'm surprised Scott too much, but that was, they were going to lose 6 points one way or the other there at 60 with Brock. And so then they moved the next best wrestler up, and now Mason Reinhardt is arguably one of the best half dozen wrestlers in the state. And they put him on one of our better kids.
Sure. Shot by Lee, went right on by Jake Tim. 1 minute left. Still no score, 0.
surprised that Scott does the same thing with him.
That's staying off of Reinhardt.
But I guess we worry about this one. Let's hope Jake Tim can pull this out.
Shot in by Lee. Tim trying to counter.
Nice counter.
Tim fought that off hard.
Nice job, Jake. So yeah, a lot of history between these two clubs, not only in the valley but in the state. And felt fortunate to be able to compete with them all those years.
0-0 after one. Tim and Lucas Lee. Lee's choice, he defers. Tim's choice, he's going down.
Well, they got 9 seniors in the starting.
Yeah, they will take another big hit next year again.
Come on, Jake. Come on, buddy. Lee goes right into the here he's going to stop that first move. He comes right back.
Tim trying to put a foot on the mat here. He's got hand control around the waist. The only thing that's saving Lee is the ankle pick.
You know, this eventually becomes a stall because there's no way you can pin somebody off the ankle.
Now Jake to a high base. He comes out the face. Got 1 point in the lead.
This one's going to come down to the wire, I think.
Collar tie by both. Now front headlock by Jake Tim. Snaps him down on the mat. Trying to use a little length here. Oh, nice change of direction. Drove him right over his balance point. Scooped another leg. Now we got a takedown there.
He changed directions on it pretty well. It was really nice.
And he ended up being able to trap the other leg and drive across his balance point, folding him right up on the mat. 3-0, Jake Tim with the lead. That's a big takedown there.
Yeah, it really was.
Under a minute left, second period.
And so now controlling him on top would be pretty good. The wrist, get the wrist out.
Tim's got pressure down on him, got a wrist tied up underneath. Got a wrist out, halfway out the back, now lost that grip underneath. He's got a loose bar right now. And again, the referee likes to be in the center of the picture here, I guess.
And as far as the Goomy race in the conference, we are undefeated. And then, you know, Stevens Point that just has the loss to us.
Correct.
And they beat Merrill. And Everett beat, oh no, Point only has that one loss.
Right, that's us.
So if we can win this, we're pretty much in good shape.
Collar tie given the left hand by Jake Tim. Looking to snap him down, circles a little bit. Lucas Lee trying to drive in. They go off the mat. 3-0, Jake Tim with a lead.
And I'll tell you that one barrel was a fireman. It was actually a fireman. Lee hasn't done much now. So Jake can stay in control. And you know, you heard Scott, he went to a left-hand collar.
That really shut down the offense of Lee. Front headlock by Jake Tim. Sees a knee, tried to pick it, couldn't quite get the momentum there.
Watch Jake Tim.
Front headlock by Tim again, trying to come around the corner. They ran out of wrestling mat.
He's been in the club since he's been a little boy, and he was always just a gangly kid that get the yellow ribbon.
Yeah.
And this past year, he's really come a long way.
57 seconds left. Front headlock again. Tim snaps him right into it. Same pick as there. There it is. Lee headed for out of bounds. Jake Tim still hanging on an ankle. Got it elevated. Bringing it back in. Back trip. Takes him down. Good work, Jake Tim.
That was a nice series. That was really nice. That impressed me a lot. Not only picking on him, but I didn't know if he could bring him back in. That's hard to bring back in.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
This could be the first part of the move that doesn't work for Merrill.
Well, you know, they're doing whatever. They're trying to hit a home run.
Sure. Good hard start by Jake Tim. Stopped the first move, stuffed an elbow underneath, got wrist control. 7 seconds left. Tim grinding with shoulder pressure here. Got him flattened out. Nice job of wrestling Jake Tim. 5-0 to win.
That was one of those pivotal matches that was pretty important.
Winning by decision at 170 pounds with a score of 5-0 for Wisconsin Rapids, Jake Tim.
This here isn't the guy to step on the mat with bad ribs. Mason Reinhardt signed a scholarship tender at the University of Wisconsin for next year. And, he arguably is their best wrestler. So no.
And here's Mason Reinhardt.
Come on first.
And they're going to forfeit to Mason Reinhardt. I would have thought so too.
I worry a little about Nathan because he tweaked those ribs over there at, where was it, Plymouth?
Yes.
And,
Now Nathan Fuller coming out at 195.
chest game here.
And he'll take on Riley Kurtz. Right.
For Merrill, Riley Kurtz.
Riley Kurtz is a senior for the Blue Jays.
Let's work in, guys. Work towards the center.
Merrill gets 16 points back. They trail 18-14. Fuller into a shot. Drives. Kurtz takes him down. 2-0 the lead for the Red Raider. One-point free ride to the feet for Kurtz. Russian.
Unfortunately, what happened with Bennett's philosophy here, I agree with what these two guys are doing because they're trying to win. Unfortunately, the best kids aren't us.
You don't see a couple of really good kids.
Yeah, and for parents and fans and whatever, you're right, they just aren't matching up. And you do what you have to win. You know, I understand that. But I'm not sure it's good for the sport and the overall picture of things.
Fuller with a shot gets stopped coming in into a front headlock. 43 seconds left.
They scouting our kids pretty good.
Oh, sure.
Scouting nowadays, you don't have to go and sit in the bleachers like I did for all those years. All you got to do is turn on their internet
Yeah.
and watch the match. So they won't tie up with him because he's got that slide bar.
Nice Russian by Kurtz on Fuller. Now he breaks that.
Stay impatient and pick and choose your...
Scoring opportunity, yep. 2-1, Fuller with a lead. Kurtz's choice, he's going to go down. Fuller changes sides on the right on a spiral. And Kurtz standing right up. Fuller cuts him loose. It's 2-2 now.
That's not his strong suit. We gotta lay it up there a little bit.
Yeah, more motion, more pace. I think he can put Kurtz away.
One of the things, of course, is when you start moving around, he's wrestling up a weight, maybe 2 from what he's really at 70.
Another thumb in the eye.
Give him emotion, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely too far away because he never got there. Run headlock now by Fuller. Got that head down towards the knee.
It's a motion.
30 seconds left. Second period, 2-2. Fuller with a shot into a single. Lifts to a double. Steps through, traps the leg, got 2. Trying to get a leg tip here.
Attaboy, attaboy.
Trying to get a Turk here. Stay right with it. 12 seconds left.
Referee's holding 3, but I don't think he's going to be able to pin it.
End of the period. 3, near fall Fuller. He's up 7-2 right now. Third period to come. Fuller's choice, he's going down.
Really open the score up now. Now I think you're going to see him wrestle and not be so worried about losing the first match.
Caution, jumping to start, Kurtz. So we're going to probably more than likely see Cody Abel go up to 220 and fill that spot. Switch attempt. Nice by Fuller. Had Kurtz flying around the mat. Now Fuller with an overhook and head position.
Size is a little bit of a factor here.
Sure.
He's got
Swing and a miss on a headlock. Fuller just ducked out of the way of that one. Gets a quick 2, 10-2 right now in a minute.
but close to the edge of it. Kurtz isn't very much on the bottom.
Fuller reaches back, drives him back in, but loses control of the wrist. Lets Kurtz out. Now you gotta get one more back here. 45 seconds left. Lifts that single to a double. Got 2. Got near fall coming. Got that leg Turk in here. .30 seconds. This is getting tighter now. Oh. Kurt's able to get some hand control in there. 12 seconds left.
15-3. It's
That's going to be a major decision. Four Red Raider team points, 22-14 to Dooley.
Major decision at 195 pounds. The score 15-3 for Wisconsin Rapids. Nate Fuller.
They're a little bit overmatched here. So now we're going to move everybody up.
Cody Abel goes to 220, and he'll take on probably Colin Zellner. Abel's got the power to compete at this weight class as well, even though he's up a weight.
Now wrestling at 200.
Zellner Jr. from Merrill. Abel ranked.
And from Merrill, Colin Zellner.
Cody Abel ranked number 3 at 195. Mason Reinhardt, the Blue Jay that the Red Raiders forfeited to, was ranked number 2 at 170. Russian arm tie by Abel. Better head position though for Zellner. Nice shot there, catches the leg. Got a half. Zellner trying to roll through it. And he does. 2 takedown Abel. Zellner comes to his feet. Abel snatches him right back to the mat.
Yeah, he's so quick and he's so athletic when he can. I think if there is a downside to him is that he runs out of juice.
The conditioning part, right. 57 seconds left. Abel going to elect to ride. Zellner is trying to get hand control, but Abel's got a cradle locked. Suicide. Oh, takes him over the top, and Zellner's in deep trouble here. The referee's got to get a position where he can see. There's the pin, and 127 on the fall.
Winning by fall.
6 more Red Raider team points, 28-14 right now.
For Wisconsin Rapids, Cody Abel.
They're opening the score up down over there. Like you said, 28-14. And if there's a hammer on there, this is it.
Bo Thompson, the number 2 ranked 220 pounder in the state, moving up to heavyweight tonight. He's going to take on Christian Kleinschmidt, a junior from Merrill.
No wrestling at 285 pounds. For Wisconsin Rapids, Bo Thompson. And for Merrill, Christian Kleinschmidt.
What a difference for Merrill because they've had
Tyler Schmidt for a while, yep.
the state champion. So now they're on the other end of this.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff comes around to bite you again, you know. It's the way it
It
is.
cycles.
Yeah.
Have good classes with big guys.
Stack attempt by Thompson. He's stacked up there for an instant. Too near for him. Here we're gonna try to stack him one more time here, maybe. No, just fire a half. Lock him up that way. This is tight when he sits in there. 112 left. Kleinschmidt flopping from side to side. Thompson's not going to let him come off his back here. That's flat right there. And that's flat there. 103 on the fall.
Winning by fall at 285 pounds and 103 seconds. Bo Thompson.
Yeah.
He's saying, oh, wait till next week. Hopefully we'll get somebody out of the weeds.
Yeah. Now we go for the big guys down to the little Bryson Einerson, the freshman at 106 pounds. He will pick up a forfeit win. The Blue Jays having nobody at that weight.
By forfeit at 106 pounds for Wisconsin Rapids, Bryson Einerson.
40-14 to dual meet right now, and that brings
They've
up
been forfeiting that 106 all year. It's kind of funny how these two programs, I look at the junior high tournament, we'll be right back up there tomorrow night, and Merrill has all kinds of big young guys, 8th, 9th graders.
13 against junior Aiden Ball. Back trip by Ball, whizzer by Jisco. This should be a good match here.
I don't know what was going on there. What's that back to?
Jisco with a little head tap in on a single. Now Ball on the outside. Jisco trying to get him back in.
Stay locked up on it.
Jisco goes to a double. Ball trying to hit a switch. Jisco steps over. He's got the takedown. Good work there by Matrix. Jisco with the legs scissored apart here. Jisco takes out the leg lace here, but just trying to turn him with a, just basically almost a crossface on that elbow. Ball able to get stomach back down. 40-14 right now, the dual meet.
So looking ahead, next thing we got going on with our varsity is the Valley Tournament, which is
Marshfield. Wrist pinned across the back by Jisco. Got 20 seconds left. Ball laying flat on the mat here, trying to survive this. 3 seconds, 2-1. End of the periods here. Jisco 2-0 after 1. Ball's choice. He's going to defer. Jisco is going to go down.
There is no good choice in the situation.
I know. And Ball got away with jumping to start there, but a little hip tip here with an Ellsworth bar. Got a couple near fall laying here, but he's still got the same pinning combination. Yep, 2-2 now. Jisco to his feet, working on hands. Ball drops down to a single. Jisco stayed hard with that wizard, fought it off, got the escape. He leads 3-2 now.
I don't have balls for this here, but
Aiden Ball.
I don't think it's a real
Now we're still back on our feet here with 50 seconds left. 3-2, Jisco with a lead.
Come on, Matrix, loosen this thing up here a little bit.
Jisco in on a single leg. Trying to step over the top here. And Ball's locking up around the body. 15 seconds left. Jisco can pop his head out. He'll be all right. Three, two, one. End of the period. 3-2, Jisco after 2 periods.
Ball just stayed in there and kind of held off. Held off getting any points to it. She doesn't get anything.
Jisco with stopping the first move, got a wrist tied up. Working on that arm, trying to pull that wrist out from the underneath. Ball's keeping it tucked in there tight. Pressure still by Jisco here. Last year, Aiden Ball beat AJ Eswine 8-2, so these two did not match up in the dual meet. Warning, stalling ball. 30 seconds left. 3-2 Jisco. Off the mat, 10 seconds remaining. 3-2 Jisco with a lead. Jisco needs a good hard start. Flatten ball down one time here and he should be good. Stack attempt. No near fault. One count.
Conservative there, but yeah, 3-1.
Winning by a 3-2 decision.
Three more Red Raider team points, 43-14 to dual meet. Two matches left here. The Red Raiders' Patrick Spray, the junior, is going to take on a sophomore in Devin Schultz. Schultz ranked number 14 at 120. Spray, number 2 at 120, and now they're going to forfeit to Spray.
Winning by forfeit at 126 pounds for Wisconsin Rapids, Patrick Spray.
So it seems like when you're in these situations, we're not seeing our
Now wrestling at 126 pounds for Wisconsin Rapids, Max Benitz, and from Merrill, Devin Schultz.
Devin Schultz goes up to 126, taking on Matt Benitz. Well, the whole thing kind of got started when Merrill made the first move there earlier in the dual meet, and they kind of started that ball rolling, so. Then there was a little, probably a turnabout fair play kind of a thing to even it up with moving off of Reinhardt.
team, but I mean the match is over here.
And then
It's a little biased for me because this is my grandson, he struggles. He seems to always draw a pretty good kid, so he's gonna have to come up big here. Hopefully he can. Be nice to know a record. But Schultz is a sophomore and Max is a sophomore.
$50 seconds left. Still no score. Still tied at 0. Benitz gets to a Russian. Needs better head position though. Jab attempt. Broke off that Russian pretty quickly. And they're out of bounds. As Schultz shoots in. 30 seconds.
A little hand fighting. We got to get the hand control. They're winning the battle here.
– 15 seconds. Counting down from 5 here. The end of the first period is upon us. 0-0. That's the way it's going to end. Good period there.
It was a good period, yeah. That's his strongest position.
Schultz takes down with his choice to start the second period. Benitz on top.
He was pretty quick off the bottom. They got a little
Got the reversal. Bennett's able to get his hand free and get his hips back down to the mat.
hard roll that he started with right away. Come on, get that wrist out.
Schultz working hard on top. Bennett's working just as hard on bottom to try to come up.
Staying on that wrist pretty hard. That was quite a flurry that Schultz put together right away.
1:14 left, still no scores, or excuse me, 2-0, Schultz with a lead. Bennett's now to his feet, working on hand control. Schultz dumps him back down to the mat. Escape Benitz. 2-1 to score. Schultz with a lead.
Stay inside. Hold your stance.
20 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining. 2-1, Schultz with a lead. End of 2.
If you just joined us, the Raiders are ahead 49-14 in the last match of the day here.
You got some
Merrill up on a 2-1 score at 126 points.
Max Benitz with some blood time here. The dual meet side of the season, each time you win a dual meet in the Valley, you get 2 points in your column. And then when you go to the individual side of things, at the tournament, which will be in Marshfield as we mentioned before, then you get placement points for where you finish in that tournament. You add those two totals together, and that determines the overall Valley Conference champion. Bennett's to his feet, got hand control, turns and faces. We're tied at 2.
Tied that score at 2-2.
Double leg shot. Bennett's countered the shot, got back to neutral. Minute and a half left. Pair of 2s in each column. Russian stretched out by Schultz.
This is what that's the other time to do it towards the end. Schultz is winning the hand.
Russian now by Benitz. See if he can fight for some head position. And Schultz works to the Russian on his end of it now. Benitz loses that. Schultz has it. And Schultz backs out of that. 37 seconds left. They could be looking for some overtime here. Shot by Schultz, countered by Benitz. Snap down by Benitz. Shot by Benitz. 25 seconds. Shot by Schultz, got to a double body lock. Bennett's trying to fight this off. Schultz backs out. Schultz fights it again. Time to score here. Throw him here. Backs. Oh, he come up into position and didn't take advantage. And we got 2-2. We're going to a sudden victory 1 minute.
Great match here.
They are even.
We got to get back in that arm tie.
Arm drag to a single. And he comes around the corner and gets the takedown on Benitz. 4-2, 8 seconds into overtime.
Nice arm drag. He's got the old cramp in that leg.
3 team points for the Blue Jays, and the dual meet ends. Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 49-17 over the Merrill Blue Jays. Dual meet looks like this. Start off at 132, where Scott Arneson got a tech fall win over Berg Diebel. And Merrill's Hunter Welch got a 5-0 victory over Cody Sawyer. The Red Raiders start from there. Dylan Hall gets a 5-2 win over Tanner Pettit. Peyton Anderson with a pin in 347 over Brandon McCarthy. Merrill forfeits to Brock Benitz. Jake Tim wins 5-0 over Lucas Lee. Merrill moves Mason Reinhardt up to 182, and the Red Raiders hand him back a forfeit. They move Nathan Fuller up to 195, and he gets a 15-3 major over Riley Kurtz. At 220, Cody Abel goes up, gets a pin in 127 over Colin Zellner. Bo Thompson, 1 minute and 3 seconds is all he needed to pin the heavyweight Christian Kleinschmidt. Bryson Anderson received a forfeit at 106 pounds from the Blue Jays. Matrix Jisco in a close match gets a win 3-2 over Aiden Ball. Patrick Sprague gets a forfeit handed to him. And they move Devin Schultz up to take on Max Benitz at 126. Overtime match. Max Benitz goes down 4-2 in the overtime. So, Coach, 49-17. The Red Raiders come away with another win.
Oh, it was a good win, too. It was what we kind of expected. It was, you say 49-17. We went undefeated all year in dual meets in the Valley. And should win the conference championship, which really is a big deal. Coaches played a little bit of chess. We didn't see some of the better wrestlers, their best wrestler we didn't see. Mason Reinhardt, we didn't see Brock Benitz.
Or Patrick Sprague.
Patrick Sprague. So, from a fan standpoint, probably it was a little disappointing, but you do what you have to win, and I guess that's what we did. So, I think all in all, it was a pretty nice win.
Coach, thanks for stopping by and sitting in with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with head coach Scott Benitz in an interview when we return. Old Gymnasium, head coach Scott Benitz, congratulations on a 49-17 Valley Conference win over the Blue Jays.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. That's what we came up here to do is try to close out the Valley undefeated, and we wrestled pretty well in the process.
Let's start off. Berg Diebel goes against Scott Arneson, one of their better wrestlers, and gets tech fault in 550. He still saved the team point though by not getting pinned.
Yeah, it's going to take that if we're going to make a run here into the postseason at all. And Berg did what he had to do. He was overmatched by a kid ranked pretty high in the state. We're a freshman, just kind of getting better, and we ended up on the wrong end of that one. But we wrestled pretty darn good, in the process.
Cody Sawyer, freshman at 138 in the lineup tonight. He takes on Hunter Welsh, one of their top kids, and goes on 5-0. Wrestled a really solid match.
Yeah, we missed the wrist on that barrel roll that he got caught on that second period. That kind of hurt him, and kind of got punked in that first period. Other than that, he wrestled pretty well, I thought, with a kid that's pretty hard to wrestle. He's beaten a lot of our guys along the years, or over the years, and I thought Cody wrestled him well.
Dylan Hall at 145 takes out Tanner Pettit in a close match, 5-2, and they obviously have seen Dylan Hall wrestling and all the Red Raiders.
Yeah, and Tanner Pettit had beaten Dylan the last time they wrestled. It was a long time ago, but we hadn't beaten him for a long time, so that was a big win for Dylan to wrestle patient, and I thought he did a nice job just being patient, taking what was there, and not getting too wild.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. You can see him start to get frustrated, but it didn't consume him there. He dealt with it and scored points when he had to.
Yeah, we got to work on shaking your head when things aren't going well, because that you can see it starting to happen to him, and then he collected himself enough to get through it. So.
Peyton Anderson at 152 gets a pin over Brandon McCarthy, and that's kind of what you're looking for from Peyton there.
Yeah, that first period, the kid doesn't shoot. We're not going to get much going on. So it's pretty ugly full first period, but Peyton on top is pretty tough, and he's pretty tough on the bottom.
started to play out a little bit.
Expected, but
They decided to move Lucas Lee off of Brock Benitz and hand him a forfeit and move him up to 170 against who they thought maybe they could beat, Jake Tim. Well, Jake says not tonight.
yeah, Jake wrestled really well. We were going to get a pin, I thought, at 60, and then they had Reinhardt sitting at 70, and we were down a couple guys tonight with some sickness stuff. But Jake Tim wrestled well.
Right.
We're starting to wrestle some front headlock stuff with him. We're changing styles a little bit right now, trying to get him in a spot he can score and
Right.
knock it scored on. And he did a really nice job tonight against a kid that wasn't too bad.
Right. The other side, the first move with Brock was Merrill moves Mason Reinhardt to 182, hoping to get on Nathan Fuller. And, well, you're going to probably move away from Mason Reinhardt. He's one of the best kids in the state there. So give him the 6 points back. Nathan Fuller goes up to 195, takes on Kyle Kurtz, and gives him a major defeat in 15-3.
Yeah, the 82-pounders wrestle each other up at 95, so I guess, I'm still not quite sure what their plan was in there, but I guess...
We couldn't figure that one out either, but...
Yeah, so, I thought Nate wrestled well. A little bit slow early, we're getting him back from being hurt. He's getting better every time back, and I thought he wrestled pretty well. Got some back points in there that'll make matches easier for him.
Sure. Cody Abel goes up to 220 then and gets a pin over Colin Zellner in 127.
Yeah, nice job with him catching that pin. Russell, starting to cradle, starting to pin guys not out of throws and out of scrambles, but out of moves, and it was a nice job on his part catching that cradle. We just worked on that finish last night. He did a nice job.
Well, then he learned a little bit in practice,
He
didn't
did
he?
learn, yeah. Hopefully we're still learning.
Bo Thompson goes up to 285, takes out Christian Kleinschmidt in the pin in 103.
Yeah, and a pretty easy match for Bo.
Right.
He's quicker than these guys, and then he wrestles well, and he actually did a real half Nelson, kind of. We've been kind of getting after him about that, so we worked half Nelsons with Bo. So cradles with Cody and halves with Bo, and they both got pins with what we've been working on.
106-pound. Merrill hasn't had a 106-pounder all year, so they forfeit to Bryson Einerson at 113. Aiden Ball and Matrix Jisco go at it. Jisco puts him away 3-2, and that was a heck of a match.
Yeah, we didn't wrestle real well in that one. We got caught in that tilt, got the first turn or takedown, thought we were going to get a turn, and Matrix at times doesn't score real easy, and you could see tonight that he got, in a match where he couldn't score easy, and he didn't wrestle real well, but he wrestled well enough to win.
Patrick Spray at 120. Merrill decides to maybe pay back or get away from Patrick Spray, I guess, at 120. They give him a forfeit.
Kids out of 4 didn't wrestle.
Yeah, and Max Benitz at 126 in a heck of a match with Devin Schultz, and they go to overtime. Max just got caught there a little bit with that drag. I don't think he expected that coming. And
nope, that was something we hadn't seen for that whole 6 minutes of the match, and then he cramped up just a touch, and unfortunately, we didn't get to finish that match like we wanted. But I thought he wrestled really
Six
well.
minutes was good.
Yeah, Devin Schultz is a good kid, and I thought we wrestled him really well.
Right.
And then I don't know if he cramped up before that, arm drag, whatever, but I really thought we'd win that overtime.
Well, the Red Raiders end up in first place after the dual meet side of the Valley Conference. Now you go to Marshfield next weekend and wrestle the individual weight class side of it, and you add the 2 points for the dual meet win tonight to the Raiders total. Then you add the placement points for how you finish in the tournament based on the points each individual scores. That determines the team overall Valley Conference champion.
Right, and both events are equal, so if we were second and someone else won it, we would tie. The only way we would lose would be, I think, if we got third.
And Point would win.
And Point would win. I don't think we're going to get third, but you never know. Injuries happen, sickness happens,
Sure.
Things happen. But we at least have half this thing, and a couple years ago we tied with Wausau West when we won a duel and then didn't win the tournament. So we'd like to win this thing outright. So.
Coach, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on another Valley Conference win. An old storied dual meet here, Rapids and Merrill. The Red Raiders come out 49-17. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Red Raider Wrestling from Marshfield, the conference tournament. Thanks to Molina for giving us the mat side seats. Longtime head coach Lewie Benitz and now Hall of Fame coaching member, and myself, Scott Tesch. We'll bring you more Red Raider Wrestling on River City's Community Access.